So the way that I would cover the Baltimore protest and the Birmingham protest would be, I think, getting to the sources. I think that not a lot of people were interviewed that were actually there. I feel like the people that were there deserve to have their story heard and their voices heard. So I feel like when you have a couple interviews from like the people that were there, it makes your work so much more reliable. So I would definitely do interviews with the people that were actually there, do more research on like racism or the Freddie Gray death, kind of do more research on that so that my information isn't seen as unqualified or less truthful than it actually is.
How might you display effective leadership in media coverage?
I think being persistent.
Yeah.
Being persistent, having a vision, knowing what you want to go after, knowing who to go after, who to get information from, what companies, professors. Like, I feel like using the tools around you to kind of get the information that you want, to the extent that you want, is a really good leadership skill.
Complete the sentence. As I've worked on this project, I've come to an understanding that the media's role in society is...
Media role in society is powerful. I think it is extremely powerful, especially in this generation. Everything we kind of know and based our lives on, we've learned or have been taught through media. So I feel like, yes, it is powerful. It is a tool that can really change the world.
Yeah, thank you. Explain what you knew about the media before doing this project and the internet.
Well, we're in the 21st century, so social media is completely kind of in our hands. Media and social media is kind of all over the place. You don't really know what's true or what's false, and it takes a lot of research for you to get the content that you really want to get to. So yeah, not much about the media that I was getting. Just trying to figure out what was true and what was fake was kind of like the big question.
Discuss how media coverage of Binghamton was different from the coverage in Baltimore.
Well, in Baltimore, the coverage was extremely modern, with social media, with live streaming, with Snapchat. We got a lot of evidence and kind of proof to back up what was truly happening in Birmingham. It was all based on what the news had to say, which was predominantly white. So everything was kind of like who was there was able to tell you what happened, but you couldn't really have proof or evidence of the things that were occurring.
Do you think modern coverage of injustice in our society is better or worse? Why?
I think modern coverage of injustices is way better because, like I said previous to this question, we have proof now.
Yeah.
We have live stream, we have video, we have all this content that is able to prove the things that we say. So if we have a lot of support through there, it kind of makes it tricky sometimes because people do Photoshop, but still it's much more relevant than what it was before.
How do you think social media has changed the way social justice issues are covered? Okay, I just asked that.
Yeah.
If you're covering a story today, what might you do differently and why?
If I covered a story today,
yeah,
differently than when? That's cool.
Doesn't say. Back.
But
yeah.
So what would I do differently to cover? Doesn't make sense. That's funny. It's gonna be all over.
Like,
how would you cover it?
How Baltimore was like, on social media,
like I said, wouldn't use as much social media.
So, like, if I would cover it through social media, if I had to cover the Baltimore protest?
Like, all right, so...
It doesn't
I mean, you can record it, it's fine.
It doesn't...
That question is... Okay, just stop it, because I'm not going to answer it.